Well, everything we have came from Srila Prabhupada, and here we are today at Rath Yatra in New York, and every one of us take our inspiration from Prabhupada only. This is the place where Prabhupada first went. This is where he experimented in the world, and this is where he single-handedly started with nothing. And from here, now we are people from all over the world. Now I look here today and I see all kinds of people here for this Rath Yatra. They've come from very far. I've also come from far. I've come from Holland. Prabhupada also went to Holland. Prabhupada went to many countries all over the world. And with that, he changed our lives just by his wonderful Krishna consciousness and his books. So the formula of Krishna consciousness that he gave is very simple. And as it is said, Krishna consciousness is simple for the simple. Prabhupada's wonderful quality was that he did not compromise, but rather he held up to a very simple basic standard. 4 regulative principles and 16 rounds, a minimum of 16 rounds. So these 4 regulative principles and 16 rounds are the basic formula for being on the spiritual platform. If we can follow that, then we are protected from the influence of Maya. With that, he offered a major support structure of temples, of devotees, of scriptures to help us to maintain these standards. Still, we see so many people struggling with these 4 regulative principles. And the reason is because we take it too much that we have to follow these principles, which means no in all directions. We can't eat what people everywhere are eating. We can't drink what they drink. We can't partake in lotteries. We cannot mix with the opposite sex. So like this, so many restrictions are there. Everyone in the world takes intoxication. So if one is simply focusing on these 4 regulative principles, then it becomes very difficult. But Prabhupada, although he came and gave these 4 regulative principles, his main thing was not to give the 4 regulative principles. His main thing was to give devotional service to Krishna. First, devotional service to Krishna, and then the 4 regulative principles follow behind. If we become absorbed in serving Krishna with as much as we can, in the mood as Prabhupada did, always being absorbed in service to Krishna, then we can easily follow these principles also. So there are many nice temples, many nice facilities which he created where there are many opportunities to serve the deities. Like today, it is the Jagannath Rath Yatra, and we are serving Lord Jagannath. We all came actually to serve Lord Jagannath, to dance in front of the cart, to sing, to pull the cart, or others are here in one of the stalls. Some have cooked all night. So much service has been done, all for Lord Jagannath. The service to Lord Jagannath is what will give us the taste. Srila Prabhupada, when he visited the West for the last time, it was in London. And at that time, Srila Prabhupada met with many devotees for the last time, and for some with the first time. And he met with a Sankirtan party, a group of book distributors, because Prabhupada had said, this book distribution, it gives me life. So he met with these book distributors, and as they were seeing Prabhupada, they could see that Prabhupada was totally in the spiritual world. Sitting in front of Prabhupada was as if there was a wall in between them and the spiritual world, and that they could see the effulgence of the spiritual world kind of coming over the wall, and they could see that Prabhupada was on the other side of that wall. Because Prabhupada was always in the spiritual world, always on the platform of ecstasy. So the spirit of the spiritual world is the constant glorification of Krishna and his devotees. Prabhupada came to give the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, which is that process of constantly glorifying Krishna. And if we simply chant again and again this Maha Mantra in the spirit of glorifying Krishna, then we'll become very close to Prabhupada. In New Vrindavan, when Prabhupada came, at that time the road on the farm was very rough. It was called the Agasura road, and it was difficult to walk there. So the devotees, they carried Prabhupada in a palanquin. It was evening time, and they had torches, and it was a wonderful parade. Prabhupada being carried, devotees chanting, torches. It was another world, out of the spiritual world. And one devotee thought, let me get very close to Prabhupada. I want to get closer to Prabhupada. But only when this devotee was next to Prabhupada, then the realization came that actually I'm not close to Prabhupada at all. I'm still very far. So if we want to come close to Prabhupada, then it must be through the glorification of Krishna. The constant worship, the constant service, the constant glorification of Krishna. And that is the way to know Prabhupada. Okay. With that, I thank you very much, and I hope you will have a wonderful festival and attract the mercy of Prabhupada by your devotional service and by the chanting of the holy name, by wonderful kirtans. Prabhupada said, on the Sunday feasts, where the chanting of the holy name is going on, and where Krishna Prasadam is being distributed, Lord Chaitanya is always present. So there's no doubt that not only Lord Chaitanya is present, but also Prabhupada is present. So I hope your festival will be a festival of wonderful hearing and chanting and glorification of the Lord, and Prabhupada will be there. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.